Hello, everyone.
And welcome to
the Tiger Talk Podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tiger Talk Podcast. This is the show being recorded on Friday, 9/28 at the 99th meeting of Holy Cross and the Jays. As you can see from behind us, everybody is having a whole lot of fun. How about you, Mr. Blade?
Yeah.
It is crowded. We are hoping to stay away from the rain, but we're having a good time. We don't have any scores or anything because we're still at the tailgate, so be ready because right up here we're going to put some highlights of the game and some scores. Take it away, highlights.
Golden football. That's what they're playing for on this 99th meeting between Holy Cross and Jesuit. We're closing in on kickoff at Tad Gormley Stadium earlier this week at the Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation Quarterback Club meeting. I had a chance to catch up with both head coaches.
Guy LeCompte, this is your first year at Holy Cross, so that makes this your first Holy Cross Jesuit game. What have you learned about this rivalry in this first year?
The thing that I learned is that everyone's super friendly, very, very helpful. The athletic director, Coach Solange, to a point where so friendly that you wonder if they're not setting you up for something. So I understand it as a friendly rivalry. I know that this is a busy week. So far, like they told me, Coach, there's a football game this week as well. So it's been busy. I think it's good. I think the fans like it. They get excited. I know I've been hearing about it so much from our guys, but that's pretty much the gist of it.
It often takes a new coach a little while before they get a program off to a fast start. You're in your first year. Tigers off to a 4-0 undefeated start. You've won every game by 24 points. What's pleased you most, and how did this great start come about?
Well, I can say this. I was fortunate to inherit a coaching staff that I think is just their work ethic, the camaraderie, the way these guys mesh is unbelievable. I've not worked on a staff this early anyway that has developed such a camaraderie, and fortunate to have those guys. And what I'm pleased about at this point, I think that the kids have they're buying in. They're buying into everything that we're trying to do. Of course, you change routines. Not that it's better or worse, but routines have changed. Everyone's new coach, things are different. And the guys, the team, they're coming along. They've done everything we've asked them to do to this point.
Coach Guy LeCompte, what do you have to do in this big rivalry to beat the Jesuit Blue Jays?
Okay, so, I say when I get asked this question, I say the same things almost over. I think most games are lost rather than won. And so, again, we want to eliminate the mental mistakes or the penalties. We want to, again, it's really about blocking and tackling those things, the small things. We don't get caught up too much in anything more than what it is. If we can do those things, I always feel that it doesn't matter who the opponent is, that we can have some success.
Holy Cross students provide service to ARC-GNO's Mardi Gras Bead Recycling Program. 16 Holy Cross students participated in our family service opportunity at ARC-GNO this past weekend, where they helped to store Mardi Gras beads for their bead recycling program. Great job supporting your community.
That's right. Congratulations, guys. Tiger Cross Country finished second at their home meet. The Holy Cross and Dominican hosted a cross-country meet this past weekend at City Park Course, which drew participants from around the state. Local schools in attendance included St. Pius, St. Dominic, Brother Martin, and Holy Name of Jesus. Some others, including E.D. White, Belle Chase, and Boyette Junior High, also showed up to compete. In the varsity race, Holy Cross finished second overall with 69 points. with great showing by the JV and middle school squads. Next up for Tiger Cross Country is the St. Joseph Academy Invitational, Saturday, September 29th in Baton Rouge. Congratulations to our boys. Go Tigers. And if you're interested in seeing the photo gallery, please go online and take a look at them up there. Mr. Blade, what's up next?
Last week we talked about the 2018 Legend of the Game, David Buck Landry, class of 1961. This week we want to honor the 2018 military honoree, B.G. Patrick,
Bosetta, class of 78. Scholar, athlete, and patriot. Patrick Robert Bosetta, U.S. Army Brigadier General, retired. Patrick Bosetta is a member of the Holy Cross class of 78. After graduating from Holy Cross, he attended LSU, where he received a Bachelor of Science in Accounting in 1982. He then attended graduate school at LSU and received a Master's of Science in Taxation. That doesn't sound like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Graduating summa cum laude in 1983, he also passed the CPA exam. He then attended Loyola University at the South and graduated from law school in May of '86, and was then admitted to the Louisiana Bar Association. He received a Master's of Science in Strategic Studies from the Army War College, graduating in 2012. General Bosetta's career at Holy Cross as a student and athlete, continuing a long family tradition that spanned decades and generations. Patrick ended Holy Cross in '74. He applied himself academically to qualify as a member of the National Honor Society, graduating from Holy Cross with honors during his junior and senior years. He was chosen to serve in the student government as well as several committees. As an athlete, Patrick played both junior varsity and varsity football, becoming a starter in a 2-year Letterman. He also played golf for the Tigers for 4 years. He was a 4-year Letterman in that as well, and captain of the golf team. Patrick continued his football career at LSU. His military service, after graduating from Loyola's law school and practicing as a tax attorney in New Orleans, he answered the call of duty and joined the U.S. Army in '87, becoming an Army officer and aviator. He continued his career as an Army officer for more than 3 decades, serving in multiple combat tours as well as national emergencies to include Hurricane Katrina, Rita, and the Deepwater Horizon oil spill. How did I get all this stuff to read? What happened here?
Go five, and make sure it's fun. All right, let's go. Get the dancing, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh, look like you got some help.
Mr. Blade, why don't you take what's upcoming in events for us?
On October 12th, PAC Open Meeting Parent Lecture Series from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Holy Cross School at the Watson Family Theater. On October 6th, varsity football versus Archbishop Rommel from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Joe Yenny.
Well, on October 12th, we've got the varsity football versus Brother Martin. That's going to be the homecoming game right back here at Tad Gormley for 7 o'clock. October 15th, Holy Cross Golf Tournament, Bayou Oaks Golf Course at City Park. And finally, on October 21st, we know we've talked about Holy Cross Family Day back at the main campus. That's always fun. We got some good stuff in this week in history. You want to take the first one?
Sure. In 331 BC, Alexander the Great decisively shatters the Persian army that leaves him master of the Persian Empire.
Pretty good. 1870, the Papal States vote in favor of union with Italy. The capital is moved from Florence to Rome, so that tells you when it moved there.
In 1880, the first ballpoint pen is patented by Alonzo T. Cross.
Now you know why the Cross pen is so popular. In 1908, the Ford Model T hits the market. Over 15 million Model Ts are eventually sold, all in black.
In 1909, Orville Wright sets an altitude record flying at 1,600 feet.
Pretty cool. 1950, the comic strip Peanuts by Charles M. Schultz makes this first appearance in newspapers. Go Snoopy.
Yeah. In 1957, Sputnik 1, the first man-made satellite, is launched, beginning the space race.
In 1993, the Battle of Mogadishu takes place, in which 18 U.S. soldiers and some 1,000 Somalis are killed. For all of you young ones who watch this, that's the movie Black Hawk Down. That's the actual event. Well, I found some great facts for this week, Blade. We've got,
really?
We always do a piece of Holy Cross history when we do this. So y'all want to come join in? Y'all sneaking by. Hi, what's your name?
Michael.
Hi, Michael. Thanks for jumping in on the film with us. It's always good to have you. Well, we had some great pieces of Holy Cross history here we wanted to make sure we put in this week. And it's all stuff relating to the game this week.
Awesome.
So I'll take the first one. This is the 99th meeting, as we all know, started in 1922. Jesuit leads the series 56, 40, and 1. So we got a little catching up to do.
Wait, there's... Never mind. I'll ask later.
Yeah, they've won 56 times, we've won 40 times, and there's been one tie.
I was about to ask, does that mean we've only tied once?
That's right.
I'm kind of surprised about that.
All right, the second one?
First series victories. Jesuit won the initial meeting in 1922 over Holy Cross's first team 32-0. Using a team laden with boarding students from Bay St. Louis in 1925, Holy Cross rolled over the Blue Jays 45-0. Largest margin of victory, Jesuit 72-0 in 1927. Holy Cross 55-0 in 1948.
Consecutive series wins. Jesuit holds the record with 8 from 1988 through 1994 under Coach Frank Monica. Holy Cross has several runs. They had 5 from 48 to 52 under Coach Fredericks. From 65 to 69, they also had 5 under Coach John Callbacker. 82 to 86 under Coach Henry Rando, they also had 5. So I think that counts as 15. Shouldn't we count that as just 15? Take the section called the game.
Game, once again, this game will be part of the Great American Rivalry Series, sponsored by the U.S. Marine Corps. Each school will honor one of its legendary players. The series is the longest continuous rivalry in Louisiana high school football. The schools will celebrate their landmark 100 meeting in 2019 if they don't meet in the playoffs.
If they don't meet at the playoffs.
Yes,
I mean,
that could actually happen.
I'd love to whoop them up in the playoffs, but
not this year.
We want it to be a big deal coming
I know,
up,
so we can have a giant tailgate party.
That's right. Well, why don't you go ahead and close this show out for us, Mr. Blade?
Remember to visit our website at www.tigertalk.us or visit our Facebook page at Tiger Talk, or visit our Twitter page at HCTigerTalk, or leave us a review on iTunes, or email us at hctigertalk@gmail.com.
Make sure you to subscribe to the show in all the greatest and latest places. And remember, we are HC.